explain later. This is the only doctor where I get a good report card. You know what's fun? It's really, really fun when you walk into a doctor's office, especially, well, a dentist, obviously. And the first thing they say is, wow, your teeth are really white. What do you do? And that's kind of an inside joke between me and Eat, Drink, and Be Joneses. But it's funny because it actually happened today at the dentist. She was all, how do you get your teeth so white? And I said, I brush them. And of course, we were laughing. They always think that I'm doing some kind of whitening thing, or I know that sometimes dentists are like looking for people that they can sell a whitening treatment to. And when I open my mouth, they realize that they're not going to sell me on a whitening treatment. No cavities. I do have a little bit of new sensitivity. They gave me Sensodyne toothpaste, which I was like, oh, is that like old people toothpaste? And she's like, no. She's like, I use it. And she's got to be like, I don't know, 33. I just thought it was a little bit odd to be walking right into the dentist office and then seeing all of this Botox and Juvederm stuff everywhere. That was unexpected and a little bit like in your face. And you know, I'm not typically insecure about like lines on my face, which I definitely have. You know, I mean, I'm middle-aged and I probably should have lines on my face, but I guess I was trying to take inventory of my own emotions when I was in there, and I was like bombarded with all of that Botox and Juvederm stuff, that I was just kind of checking in with myself and saying, you know, how is this making me feel? And, you know, I was actually feeling a little bit insecure, if I'm being honest. It was a little bit garish. Is garish the right word? It was a little bit, you know, like in your face and a little bit insulting. You know, I don't know that I should be taking it that way. And maybe, you know, it's kind of like trying to be too sensitive about it. But it was kind of like, it did make me pause and like think about it. And there was a big mirror in the waiting room too. So like, there's this big mirror. They had all these big like life-size displays for the Botox and the Juvederm stuff, and then booklets and pamphlets like all over the place, all over the waiting room. And it was just a little bit jarring, I think, to have that just kind of in my face at the waiting room in the dentist office. So that was a little odd with that. My face moves. And I'm okay with that, at least for now. I don't think I look terrible for my age, whatever that means. I look like I'm my age because this is the age that I am. So anyway, I think there's way too many other things to be concerned about right now in the world than a few extra lines on my face. Now, the lines on my butt, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm off to tap class, and hopefully we'll be able to do a little purging later on. That would be fun. Let's see how it goes, but let's go to tap. It's time, now that my teeth are all polished. Not bad. Not bad. I do like my teeth. Well, tonight didn't exactly go as anyone planned, but there's a happy ending. So, plot twist, I left the dentist and went to my tap class for 2 hours. And when I came out of my tap class, I had a bunch of interesting text messages from a group of friends. And one of my friends, her teenage son basically ran away. Nobody had seen him since like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and nobody knew where he went. He left the house with shorts and a t-shirt on, and He didn't have his phone, his cat, any money, or his wallet with him. So it was extremely concerning, as you can imagine. And when I left my tap class, I basically joined the search party already in progress. So an entire group of friends were we kind of like divided and conquered and split up and drove all around all the spots that we thought he might be, checked all the parks, checked all the local restaurants, checked the movie theaters, checked the mall, checked everything. Solid 2.5 hours or so of constant searching, yelling his name, searching, to no avail. Nobody could find him. We just kind of felt really helpless, and it was getting really late. So we decided to call off the searching for the moment and all kind of return to our homes in hopes that he would show up at somebody's house and like maybe walk there. But just heard the good news that he did make it home. So he's home. I hope everything looks brighter and better in the morning. I'm sure everyone is really stressed out and just needs to breathe. These are difficult times for a lot of people, and check on your people. Check on your people, because people are having a bad time for lots of reasons. So really relieved that there is good news about that. But man, it felt very surreal and very touch and go. And I haven't felt that sincerely worried in a really long time. And it's not a good feeling. So I'm glad he's home. And with that said, I kind of need to do something for myself, de-stress a little bit. So let's go back to how many and what kind. I still need to do my purge for the day. And let's see how many. Maybe we can get a small number. Drum roll. 4 things. So let's find 4 things. So what are we gonna get rid of? We're gonna get rid of 4. Get rid of 4 things. Let's see. 4 pieces of clothing. So that'll be super easy. Let's get going. Let's just knock this one out. Super easy. I found them. These were actually ready to go into the donation bin anyway. So I have a pair of, 2 pairs of swim shorts for my aqua classes. I just hate both of those pairs. I just don't like the way they fit. This is a sports bra that I can't stand, and a red dress. And this I used to wear for my Mrs. Claus costume, but I've since upgraded my Mrs. Claus costume, so I can get rid of the original red dress because I don't need it anymore. So 4 items of clothes. That was easy. All right, we're ending on a very positive note tonight. All is well for now, and that's it. My teeth are clean. Our friend's kid is back in his bed. I've got 4 items of clothing to purge, and I'm gonna go drink some water and go take a rest. Good night. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Stay delicious.